Welcome, everybody, to episode 76. 76 of the Rap Cave Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Pods, with a skeleton crew, but a crew I love nonetheless. My dog, Zay.
Yes, sir.
B. Mike Zay. And, of course,
are we in this, bitch?
Big AP on the ones and twos.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Big
still
AP
here.
on
I
the
don't
ones
take
and
no
twos.
days off except when
You
I
know,
do.
hey,
You really can't.
you can't, bro.
You really
We
can't.
wouldn't work.
You're 10 feet from the studio, my man.
Yeah, I have no way out.
Wheel your ass over here and get to work.
I can't have no excuses.
Yeah. But we back, man. We back in this bitch like the IUD, nigga.
Like an IUD. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That was a bar.
That's crazy.
That was a bar.
You see?
That was a bar.
You see that? Y'all just caught that.
We're gonna keep this episode short and sweet because look, to be honest with you, this is a very, very light new music week. Very, very light. Probably the lightest we've had almost all year. What up, Kobe? I just wanted to talk about this. I know we're not the platform because we're not 45 and up or from New York, but I still feel like we have to talk about it just because of how relevant it is and how like crazy it is the whole Hot 97 drama. Have you guys been keeping up with that story?
Who?
Like Hot 97, the radio station, the premier radio station, longtime rival of the Breakfast Club.
Oh.
Hip hop, or New York, hip hop's first all hip hop radio station.
Yeah, I tried
believe.
looking it up today, and it was just like, new music and this and that, and like I couldn't find.
Yeah, they
anything
just
on
like
it.
it buried it.
Yeah, so I don't even know. I've tried looking for it.
So what happened is DJ Enough, who's been there for several years.
Okay, that I did see.
Yeah.
Yeah, said he got snaked
Fired, by Funk Flex, who took over his spot and is now doing a 5 to 10. And then Ebro broke his silence and basically was like, look, Ebro, even though he's the face of Hot 97, it's like him, Rosenberg, Funk Flex are like the big, Laura Styles, those are like the biggest faces of Hot 97 and have been there for years and held it down. And he said, look, this company refuses to invest the money to like make this like a thing and keep this viable. He was actually like super transparent about it, and I was like, damn, that's real as fuck for Ebro to say that. And that was the only part I caught of it.
He has diplomatic immunity there too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Without
Ebro, that even if it was just Rosenberg, without Ebro, that the Hot 97 is.
And if they fire him, guess what? He's got Apple Music.
Yeah, exactly. He's got Apple Music, and Hot 97 will not survive without Ebro.
Yeah, it's
already radio's already by technicality a dying platform.
Yeah,
even though they moved a lot of their content to YouTube and platforms alike, but like. You know, the concept of it.
Well, that's what.
Shout out to YouTube. We always appreciate you, but you don't let us use the platform.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube.
Like, comment, describe.
Like, comment, describe.
Describe is crazy.
No, I respect Ebro for that. Rosenberg and I respect Ebro, I respect Rosenberg, but like Laura Styles is often working from home or working remote. Rosenberg he works for the WWE and ESPN as well as Hot 97, so he's everywhere. He's kind of flying in and out, you know.
Man, COVID made media interesting, bro.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing that since pre-COVID, but yeah. Like that
everybody
really
could just do everything what they, we got the setups. Everybody got their setups at the crib.
Yeah, and so now everybody's just kind of chilling, and like with Rosenberg.
I thrived in COVID.
Yeah, dude, COVID was honestly looking back at it, it was both a terrible thing and like a very fun thing.
It was so much fun.
Because like we had a fucking ball.
If you were an adult, it was fun. But
yeah,
we'll talk.
Yeah, I felt bad for the kids that were.
I mean, it was nice I didn't have to work. I didn't have that much fun.
The kids that got robbed of the college experience. That's where I feel for.
Hell
like if you freshly graduated college like I did when COVID hit.
I made it out
December
2019. I had 2 months of normal life outside of COVID.
I was on my senior year in college, like when COVID hit.
Yeah,
so you did get the
that's
back
fine because like you're on your way out. Anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you're over. Like I went to Michigan State. I was over Michigan State my senior year. I mean, you know, we talked every day or every other day on the phone. Like,
Yeah.
I was over it, bro. I was going home on the weekends. I wasn't even partying at State no more. I was like, fuck it.
The shit just got boring.
I'm ready to.
We're off topic, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready to be
We're
back.
off topic.
But no, I say all this to say that, like, you know, it's a dead space unless you're in New York listening to radio, or you're just really big fans of Ebro and Rosenberg. And I do check them out, but they're on other platforms now. So, like, when I go to Rosenberg for content, you know, he has OneUp, he has WWE, he has ESPN. And while I don't listen to him for WWE and ESPN, like, he still gives off his hip-hop takes on his personal accounts and whatever. And so, like, I get the content there that I want from Rosenberg. Ebro, another guy I really like. He's got Apple Music show with Nadeska. Shout out Nadeska. Very talented. Like he has like a very talented crew at Apple Music, and so he gets his takes off there. So, like, to me, I did grow up like listening to Hot 97 and finding myself being more of a Hot 97 person than a Breakfast Club person, just because I felt like Breakfast Club was a little bit of shock value, and Hot 97 always sold us on like the realness and the authenticity. Even though a lot of people say about the politics that have went on behind the scenes with Hot 97. So, to me, I just feel like, why are they not, like, streaming? Like, why are they not doing the modern things? And I don't want to give out too much game because Hot 97 cut me a check and I'll fucking get you right. But, like, they're on radio, right? Like, we see it right here in Detroit. There's a company I work for in Detroit. Shout out to Woodward. There's an opposition that I won't name of ours. They have stayed exclusively radio. We are digital everywhere. What do a bunch of people know? They know us. They know us. They have their strong demographic that's radio for sure.
Yeah,
that's
where it's went.
But why don't they just get with the fucking times? They'd be so successful if they just got with the times, but they refuse to do it because
they just they just want to stick with what they know, man.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
classics
comfortable,
right there, you know.
And they don't have to pump money into
straight
it.
on the airways that they still connected with the radio station. So I think it's more of like a relationship thing because you know they still like I said like you know actually now I'm thinking about it, being tapped in with a radio station for so long, bro. Like that's how long they've been going on with them for.
So what, Hot 97? Yeah. Hot 97's been there since, I don't know, like the I want to say
2000s.
Exactly, bro. So they
2000s, late 90s.
They've had this relationship with the same stations, same partners, everything for years. So I think it's more of like, why stop?
It's iHeartMedia too, isn't it?
You know, huh?
Yes, I believe
it's
so.
owned by iHeart, which iHeartMedia is probably scrambling to figure out how to adapt to all this too, because
But they have podcasts and stuff too. Like I think they own like what's Andrew Schultz's podcast?
Flagrant.
Yeah, like they own. So they've like dabbled their toes in that, and then they've kept some businesses, and they haven't brought those businesses to the modern times. I don't know. I just like look as like a hip hop peers. Like obviously you want like these premier stations like Breakfast Club that went through their change the last couple years. Hot 97 seems like they're about to go through their change. Like, you do want them to hold their place because they are staples and they are very, very important. It was a big deal back in the day. Like, I watched so many Hot 97 freestyles, Funk Flex freestyles. I watched so many Hot 97 interviews with Vince Staples, Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, like all of these artists growing up. So, like, there is this history, this lore to it that I wish this could go on. But at some point, business is business. The entities that are involved with it, like the personalities, they have adapted. And so, look, like I'm wishing Hot 97 the best, but like I'm not gonna be too sad in its demise because everybody else has built their exit ground except Funk Flex. But Funk Flex could do his own thing any day and then be good. Like Funk Flex could leave Hot 97 and then just be like, yo, I'm on Instagram Live and motherfuckers are freestyling. Come check me out. And it would draw a ton of views. Or like go live on YouTube or whatever. Like there's different, their brands have succeeded Hot 97. So that's kind of where it's at. So, you know, like, I hope the best for everything that's going on down there. But at the same time, man, like, you know, I'm cool because I got all of these guys that I like, all of these people that I like, because including Laura Styles, they all have their spaces outside of Hot 97. And so that's it. That's it. I wanted to get to the Young Thug shit because we actually got blessed. So as we're recording this is like 20 minutes after Young Thug just dropped the song. What was it? Closing Remarks or something like that. Right?
Yeah, it's called Closing Remarks.
Yeah, closing remarks. Yeah, because you know, obviously you play on the legal stuff, and he called Gunna a rat. He called who else a rat?
Closing Arguments. I'm sorry.
Closing Arguments. Yes, thank you. He called Gunna a rat. He called Dirk a rat. He called you know, he really stood on business, and
he called out Obama.
And Obama for some reason. he said, fuck you to Obama.
He even addressed the recent, you know, tapes that have like been out about calling him a rat and stuff. So this sounds like a very fresh song, but it was a music video with the song. And I came in here before this prepared to talk about Young Thug without the context of a single, because I have sources that have told me that the album has been done for months, and and we'll get to what are your thoughts on the Young Thug calls and everything like that have been leaked. But like, I can't get over everybody's focused on what he said about this person or that person. I'm focused on why do you have an album that's been done for months and this thing that is obviously very detrimental to your character, detrimental to your brand, is coming out now while you have an album that you're supposedly getting ready to release. Like, don't you think it's funny that these are being, like, I smell a smear campaign from a mile away when it comes to this Young Thug shit. And I don't get how or why, but there was just nothing about this stuff that could have been positive. Because you could talk about, you know, like, oh, it made him trending. But he was trending for all the wrong reasons. There is a big group of people, this panel included has a member, like, that is like...
Man, I wish we had our resident YNs here, bro.
That is like F Young Thug. Like, F Young Thug, he's on some hoe shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'll let you elaborate on that. But that's like, I focus on, okay, yeah. Is he saying some things about Kendrick and about Cole, whatever? I'll get into that. I'll get into that when we get to those conversations. But I can't get past, like, why do you have an album done that hasn't been put out? And now, before it's put out, you have all of this controversial stuff being put out, leaked out. I mean, look, is that not a smear campaign?
Yeah, no. I mean, it does seem a little odd. All of it is kind of... It's all strange. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's definitely part of it of, like... I mean, there's no way that Thug's PR doesn't see that, like, you know, shit is... People are already starting to question his... the way he's moving and whatever. I don't know if it's grasping at straws, you know, kind of like... Yo, let's lead into what we know will be controversial. You know, something. It's hard to say.
I just don't see how that could be
like,
good.
It's not even just Thug, bro. And I don't want to put this on Atlanta like that, but Atlanta is real strange over there right now, bro. Like, niggas over there wearing skirts and shit.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like this nigga Thug put everybody information out there like that, bro. Just leaving everybody out there, just hanging everybody up to dry, saying this person ratting, and everybody on here, everybody out in Atlanta's on the DL, and it's like, bro, what is going on over there, man? We need to get Atlanta back together, like, golly, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much going on, and right now Thug is not making anything better right now. He needed, like, somebody got to talk to him and be like, look, man, you gotta tell me where's your head at? Where are you at right now?
Well, these are 2023 recordings that are being released. So this is not so like that's what I want to put into context because you're right. Young Thug is obviously, if not the most, one of the most influential people in the Atlanta music scene. Like he moves chess pieces. Like things move according to him. So for me, I just want to say this, like, let's not judge a man for what are intended to be private conversations during a time where his entire life is in limbo. Let's not judge a man in his most desperate hour, the things he's saying about Kendrick and Cole and everybody, we'll get into the specifics, but like I'm looking at it as these are 2023 calls, and this is like, again, to me, it's more important. Why are they leaked? Why are they coming out now rather than what is happening to them? Because truthfully, I don't think a lot of what's happening there is that interesting when you contextualize that this man is trying to put out an album and is having private conversations with his manager or business partner, however you want to phrase it. I don't know the specifics of who he's talking to, but he's talking record music business.
I sent you that one verse on the Kendrick Squabble song.
And man, look, that's what I hate about you Kendrick stands, man. I can't stand it, bro. Because now all of a sudden Kendrick is this philosopher that knew about a recorded call. The chances isn't zero that he heard that call, but the chances damn sure ain't high that he heard this private recorded call before we, the public, did.
Yeah.
Like, I find it, so, like, that was a very general, shots fired type of shit that I think now you can apply to. And I think that's what a lot of Kendrick fans do. Like, when they say, like, when you know, he said the things he said about Kendrick, which I'll get to in a second, he just, like, Kendrick's squabble up verses, like, is him talking shit. Hey, Dot, can I get a drop? Nah. Like, it's like, you know how many people ask Kendrick for features? You know how many, you know, and I know they'll say Young, and like, they'll point to that, like, ooh, he said Young Thug. Like, oh, you're a Fed, blah, blah. But, like, I mean, how many times have rappers called people young? How many times have rappers called people Feds? Like, a lot of what Kendrick is saying is...
You don't think that's at him?
No, not at all. I think now it is a situation where Kendrick fans are applying that to Young Thug, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be Young Thug.
Man, that sounds a little similar to me, bro.
Because for Kendrick to bomb on Young Thug, there would have to be some type of reason. And if what we're hearing is true in this call, that in 2023 Kendrick is considering doing a record with Young Thug, that would mean he is at least on cordial terms with Young Thug, if not a fan of Young Thug.
My thing is, bro, why do we gotta have all these like bigger artists who know the other artists is bigger than him, and then get upset when those bigger artists don't want to do music with you? Why?
Well,
why
again, I'm not judging a man on his most desperate hour. That man is facing limbo. He doesn't know if he's going to jail forever, if he's getting out. What he's got this album he's putting together. Hell yeah, I'm trying to get Drake on. Hell yeah, I'm trying to get Kendrick on. Hell yeah, I'm trying to get Drake. Well, Drake was on that album.
Drake was on the album. So okay, cool. Call Drake then.
Yeah.
Like calling Kendrick.
But call Kendrick too. Why not? If you can get that,
Kendrick never been on a song before like that. Have they? Have Kendrick and Thug been on a song before?
So no, but why
would Kendrick do that?
But apparently, judging the context of the conversation that we got, he was at least considering it, because Young Thug was getting mad that Kendrick wasn't going to be on it, talking under the pretense of like, oh yeah, there's definitely been previous conversations about Kendrick being on this album. And so for him, I'm facing a shit ton of legal fees. God knows what this man put in terms of legal fees. And so, hell yeah, I want a Kendrick feature.
Okay.
The last album,
everybody want a Kendrick feature, but it's up to Kendrick if he wants to do a song with you or not.
That's fine. And so I'm not disagreeing with that part. But what I'm saying is, I'm not looking at Young Thug sideways for like getting mad at Kendrick for not being a feature on his album because, motherfucker, my whole life is in limbo. I need
this
everything.
your life. Didn't nobody tell you to do that goofy ass shit?
That's fair. That's fair. But I have a right to feel that way. I have a right
Nobody
as
has
Young
a right
Thug
to
to
bitch
feel
and
that way.
moan about all because you fucked up.
And it is.
To your actions,
This is the consequences of your actions, bro. Why don't make everybody else's issues your everybody? Don't make
And
your
it's clearly,
issues everybody else's.
clearly no. Let me be real. Like it's very clearly when you listen to that call, it's very much ego driven. Why does Kendrick do a song with Baby Keem and not me? I'm a fucking
because
superstar.
he likes Baby Keem and Baby Keem can rap, and they're related, right? They're related.
What do you mean?
Right.
Sit down somewhere, bro.
I agree.
The
with
entitlement
that.
is fucking real.
I agree with that. I agree. It's very narcissistic. It's entitled, whatever. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think that it's like this like grandiose like shot at Kendrick Lamar like oh, look at this motherfucker not being on Instagram. He should delete his Instagram. No, it's like bro.
So I've never put out an album.
Do you honestly think Kendrick is offended by those comments?
But here's the thing, bro. I know Kendrick doesn't even care. Kendrick's honestly like, the fuck.
Okay, so
He's
then
looking
why
all
is
of
he
this stuff.
dissing him on Squabble Up? He's not. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick fans, there's so much hypocrisy there where we're like, oh, he doesn't care. He's unbothered by it, but he's gonna diss him about it. You're not dissing somebody unless you're bothered by it. Like so, like I don't see this like I don't see any way in which this conversation is negative to Kendrick. Is he saying like negative things? I guess barely, but he's not really even going at Kendrick. And also, again, the context of it, motherfucker, you are behind bars. You are fighting for your fucking freedom. Like a man in his most desperate hour. You know, like things get shaky, emotions get high, tensions get high. And so did he say some things? Like there's clips of him before when French Montana said, remember when French Montana said, hey, I wanna do verses against Kendrick Lamar. I got more hits than Kendrick. And Young Thug said, hey, dog, French, sit the fuck down. like he was like, come on.
Yeah.
Like so like there's
Have
obviously
Have a seat. Have many seats.
there's some type of there's some type of mutual respect, or I guess respect at least on Young Thug to Kendrick's part, and I would assume that respect is reciprocated in the terms of the fact of like they are expecting Kendrick. This sounds like, hey, we agreed months ago for you to be on this album, Kendrick Lamar. Why are you not on this album? Why are you holding out now? And like he even confirmed, it's not about money.
To the song, and he was like,
not inspired. Yeah. And that's fine. That's creative stuff. And as a creative, he has a right,
brother.
He has a right to feel personal about it. If you made
it's nothing to be upset about.
If you
he
made
just can't imagine himself on the song.
If Earl Sweatshirt told you tomorrow he was gonna be on your song, and then 9 months later you're still waiting on that, and he's ghosting you and he's not replying.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You
Earl
feel
Sweatshirt
away.
said he was gonna listen to the song. He didn't say get on the song.
We don't know the context of the conversation. That doesn't sound like oh, I'm listening to a song. That sounds like, oh yeah, we were in the studio, or you sent me the beat and I was like, yeah, fuck with this. And you're like, oh, bet, all right, bet, you're about to hop on, and then months later it doesn't happen. And that happens all the time. That's not a Kendrick thing, that's not a anybody thing. That's a very natural thing because artists go through phases where in the moment they could like that beat, but if they don't put some down right then and there, a couple months later, they feel different about that beat.
People made, and yeah, all barbs come for me. I don't care. But people made the same thing when someone pulled a verse from Nicki Minaj's album, Kanye or something like that, and then it turned into this whole thing. It's like every artist does have the look. It's intellectual property. Every artist has a choice to do with that as they will. And if I don't approve my creative licensing for you to use, then you absolutely do not have the fucking right to use it. Maybe I do at one point, maybe I retract it later. Like, you know,
look, Chris, like going back to my analogy, sorry to interrupt you, but like I want you to answer that honestly. Like, so if you have Earl Sweatshirt saying, yeah, I like this beat, I'ma hop on this shit, bet, let me know. And then 9 months later, 6 months later, whatever.
But like you said though, how do we know that's how the conversation went? Like Kendrick Lamar was like, "Bet."
And like
I'm basing it off of Young Thug's reaction. But would you not like feel wait? It wouldn't be like fuck Earl, but you would be like, damn man, like come on.
I'd be, but that's not how it went. I'd be salty. But also, I think that everyone has a choice to do it as they will. And Young Thug did not just say, "Oh man, come on." He said, "You don't put nobody on. He don't even do nothing anyway."
He pouted.
Yeah, but I also think
to everybody.
Yeah,
in
he
the
fucking stomping his feet and throwing his hands in the air.
I think nothing's more fragile than a superstar's ego, and that's and that's fine. But
emotions.
Well, and so that's what makes that's what makes that analogy like as far as in my book null and void, because it's like, hey, look, I didn't have that shit. No
yeah,
way.
you're not a superstar.
It's different on that. I am in my own head. My mom
I wasn't saying that funny, but that's the context of it.
My mom says I am. But no, for real. Like, it's like, I mean, I think that it's kind of a silly reaction. Like, this is not the first or last time that will happen, that something gets pulled.
For
that
sure.
somebody.
But it's just like, why do we keep thinking? Why do we keep saying just telling him like, oh yeah, I see why he like. No, bro, you're a grown ass man.
Yeah, act like it.
And you got a lot of young people who look up to you, bro.
I think
accept the fact that Kendrick Lamar don't want to do music with you, bro, and that's okay. Go find somebody else from Atlanta who you know is gonna make a fire song with you, and just record that shit.
And it doesn't mean that Kendrick hates Young Thug or whatever. Like it doesn't mean that. It just could mean like, hey, I'm no longer inspired by it. But to counter that own point, like I look at it as yes, I am kind of like, I won't say caping for it, but I totally understand Young Thug feeling away and like saying the things that he's saying, because it's not really that harmful when you get to it. He's not really asking for, or he's not really saying too many condescending things. But at the same time, like I think when you hear that conversation, like I don't hear real disses. I hear a different life perspective. I hear Young Thug talk about Instagram with Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar having nothing to do with Instagram, and him being like, "Oh, why are you so mysterious?" Blah blah. I hear that as somebody that's lived differently. That's like, you know what? The way I grew up, like, yeah, I love to floss on Instagram. I love to flex on Instagram. Let motherfuckers know that I'm him. I'm out here, blah, blah, blah. I don't get the whole mysterious thing. Or when he said, like, the reclusiveness of, like, only putting on Baby Keem and whatever. He's like, he doesn't get that side of what's the word I'm looking for? Of artistry. He doesn't get it. And that's not saying that he is wrong or that Kendrick is wrong. I think these are two polar opposite artists. Young Thug is somebody that's very frequently visual, whether it's through music, whether it's through, through headlines, whatever.
Outside.
And Kendrick is not. And you know what? It's to each their own. If you applaud Kendrick for being this mysterious person that he is and only popping out and really being art driven and all of these things, cool. If you look at Young Thug's lens, cool. Like there's literally to me, it looks like two different, and that was part of the Drake and Kendrick clash, and just in general, is those are two artists that go about things very, very differently. They both want the same thing. They both want to be the best rapper of all time, but they are going about it two totally separate ways. So, like, I'm not looking at Young Thug's comment, and I don't think Kendrick was even looking at Young Thug's comments in such a negative way, because to me, it's like, hey, that's a different perspective. That is a different perspective. It does, though, bring back your mind. It did get my brain to think. Really, the only Atlanta artist that Kendrick has like really, really shown love to is two artists, and that's Future and Cardi. And so that doesn't necessarily mean anything against Young Thug.
I mean,
but
Travis Scott.
But what it
Travis
does,
from Houston.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
But
that
what
is
it
true.
does,
he just operates like an Atlanta.
Yeah,
artist in my head.
he
I
does.
don't know.
It's
Yeah,
that whole quality control thing.
Yeah,
He worked with the Migos, didn't
yeah.
he? No, he didn't.
Kendrick, no.
No, he didn't.
he was on a song with Thug and Rich Homie Quan like a long time ago.
But what I want to say about that is that it does make me go back to that Atlanta thing, and like, I don't think this point was because people will be like, oh, look at Drake, he's still good with Young Thug, he's still good with. Oh, he made up with Future. He is still cool with Lil Baby. Look, how come all these Atlanta artists are not siding with Kendrick? It does make me think like, look, I don't think that was necessarily like a, oh, Atlanta's with me comment from Kendrick Lamar. It was more so a pointing out of like, hey, look at how you run to Atlanta. Look at how you operate in Atlanta. It wasn't like, oh, Atlanta people tell me you're phony, you're fake, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't talking from the perspective of Atlanta is with me and not like us. He was talking from the perspective of calling out. It's kind of a diss by proxy to Atlanta. Of like, you let this goof come in. It like, that's the way I read it. And that's the way for the last year, the way hip-hop hasn't read it. The way hip-hop has read it is Kendrick is so culturally loved. Like, wow. Like, yeah, like, Drake is a colonizer because he's teaming up with all these Atlanta artists. And Lil Baby has said, I don't know what that was about. Young Thug has said, I don't know what that was about. 2 Chainz hasn't said anything about it, but I'm sure he's going to say the same thing because Kendrick has working relationships. 2 Chainz is another artist that Kendrick has worked with. But like, it's not necessarily like Kendrick's not saying it from the perspective of Atlanta's on my side and we're all like, fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't
Drake.
present it that way either. Yeah.
But I think hip hop fans for the last year have interpreted it that way as like
wrong,
it is literally everybody against Drake. But it's kind of more like, look, Kendrick has stood in this West Coast shit. It's West Coast forever. It's fuck every other region on West Coast. And so, like, that whole Atlanta shtick wasn't like a compliment to Atlanta. It was kind of a by proxy diss. And that's what this phone call, that's what everything that has happened in the last year has taught me about that record, is that it's not the way these hip-hop fans are interpreting Not Like Us, or at least that portion of Not Like Us.
So you, I like the way you said. So you think this whole Not Like Us, era is a diss towards the Atlanta shit?
I think it's a diss by proxy. Like, I don't think it's really like he wants to diss Atlanta. I think he's more looking at it as like, that is like, y'all are letting this man come in and colonize. It's not like we all sat down. I talked to my Atlanta people and we all said, yeah, you know what? Drake is a piece of shit. Because if you look at it, it's actually the opposite. It's actually everybody from Atlanta has like not sided with Drake, but also definitely hasn't sided with Kendrick. And so they're neutral, if not probably leaning Drake. And so then,
Future.
So
Metro,
then the
Say what?
Future and Metro.
Yeah. So then the OVO side of it, that the narrative has been like the narrative that academics and all of them like to push is that Kendrick's talking out of his ass. He's not really loved like that. They still love Drake in Atlanta, blah blah blah. And I think those people are looking at it wrong because hip hop media has told you that everybody loves Kendrick, and so that was a Kendrick with Atlanta against Drake, when really it was look at y'all over there doing all of that.
You think
this song, the whole song is West Coast, is West
song,
Coast unapologetic.
I think it's time to watch the party. That is basically what that is. I would say that's more of that diss.
Yeah, like,
that's more of a diss towards Atlanta.
So like, yeah, I mean, I think he's like more so the goofy shit. But then you can call back and you can call Kendrick a hypocrite, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow in my recording. Shout out my guy, top five Troy. Can't wait to get that interview out. Look, Kendrick is a complete contradiction because how can you watch the party die and then go team up with Cardi, the definition of the party?
True.
So I don't know. The other thing, like he did mention the Cole thing and like and the Andre 3000 thing, and I think that's more of the same. Like if you guys want to touch on that part specifically, we can.
Well, he's just
but
wrong.
I think it's more so. It's more so the same.
100% wrong.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
To
like
say
you
that
didn't put
Andre
people on-
3000 ain't put nobody on is the craziest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. How about Future him fucking self?
Yeah.
There would be no Future if it wasn't for Andre 3000. So fuck it. That shit is ridiculous to me. I just don't understand.
But
that
it's
at
still
all.
it's consistent with the Kendrick thing. Like, oh, you only put on Baby Keem. Like, he's looking at it. He's looking at it from this perspective of like.
Well, that
But
may
why
be
does he
true.
need-
I'm talking about the
Why does he
statement in
need to be
itself.
put
No,
on?
I agree with you. The statement itself is false.
The
I'm
fact
just
that
saying
I don't care.
his
Yeah,
thoughts are consistent.
I didn't even know it related to that. I thought it was
Yeah.
a separate phone call personally.
The fact that he needs to
I
be
think
put
they are. I
on
don't
is
know.
annoying as fuck. Like for what, bro? You literally had like that era when he was hot, bro. He had a whole fucking era, and he should have ran with that, bro. Every fucking year.
Who? Doug?
Doug.
He did.
Continuously, and then stayed out of trouble. But that's again, that's all. That's the whole.
Listen, he only got in
that's a whole
trouble
nother
recently.
thing, bro.
He's been
Yeah,
a superstar forever. He's good. I'm not gonna let you guys slander Thug, and I know that you're not necessarily. But
Yeah, nobody. I'm not slandering.
But
No,
I know
bro. I'm
you're-
just saying.
But
Oh,
if
no,
to
man.
say that Andre 3000 ain't put nobody on,
No,
that is just
completely wrong.
That is factually wrong.
completely wrong. I agree.
There would be no Atlanta in hip hop if it wasn't for Andre
I'm just
3000.
pointing out that
Seriously.
Young Thug, right or wrong, his thoughts are consistent.
Yeah,
Like his logic
I mean,
is consistent.
yeah, I could see that.
That's all. That's all I'm pointing out because I'm with you. It is wrong. Speaking of Drake, one of the people that we talked about a lot, Drake's stream of Iceman episode 3 dropped, and I'll say this, guys. Honestly, I'm all in. I am all in on these streams. I love what they're doing. I find it interesting. I find it a good, fascinating rollout. We haven't seen a superstar stream like this. Even to get to like the art of it is that these are actual live streams. So these are basically one takes. So they're probably practicing it. They're choreographing it. They're doing all the choreography, whatever, beforehand. But when they go live, that's their take. And there's clearly a story being told that we don't know yet. There's the Pinocchio themes. There's the imagery of it. There's the playing, the music. The music ain't matching the rollout. That is my only negative thought.
That's what I was gonna say
but-
too.
But I think that these are all demos. I don't think that anything is really making the album. I think this is all throwaway shit. But I just love like Drake being cryptic, Drake being thoughtful with his rollout. I really, really love it. I am all in on this. I cannot wait to watch the next episode of this Iceman stream. Like, and I wish that the birds were here because they would be orgasming right now at what I'm saying, giving Drake credit right now. But no, I seriously I really find it interesting. Like the fact that it ended with the Pinocchios finding Drake and then like apparently trying to grab a bag from him. Like, what's in the bag? Who are the Pinocchios? What do the Pinocchios represent?
Kendrick's Pinocchio.
Well, but there's 4 of them. So like, is it 4 Kendricks or is it like Kendrick, Lucien Grange, Rick Ross?
Yeah,
and
perhaps.
fucking, like, you
But
know what I mean?
It
Like,
definitely all pertains to that.
I do
100%.
think
Is he really gonna
Kendrick
start, start storytelling the beef?
I mean, if
Well,
he
he's been
is,
doing the Pinocchio
I'm all
thing
for
a
it.
while though.
Yeah. Look, if he is, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm starting to see the picture, like with these streams. Like before, I knew there was some type of message,
Here
but I
we
was
go.
like, all right, it's gonna be fake deep, it's gonna be fake woke, whatever. But now I'm genuinely sitting there and I'm like, can anybody put together a good, solid theory on what this is? And the answer is no. Nobody fucking knows. But yet we're seeing consistent themes.
That's good cryptic shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Drake is doing a very, very good job with this rollout.
Calculated. It's calculated. Yeah.
I'm gonna listen.
But
Oh no, for
But
sure.
the
No,
music-
I'm
the music
I'm
has been
interested,
ass.
Don't get me wrong.
the music has been ass.
Yeah, The two songs I heard, the Yeet one, whatever, the other one, whatever that other one was, where he's trying to like,
I'm gonna have a fucking clip
make it more.
too.
Bro, that one
notes.
beat though is fucking fire.
Yeah,
that one beat that looped for like 30 minutes or whatever, that
be-
shit was crazy.
If beats are carrying Drake, then it ain't Drake no more.
No,
That's
I know.
what I mean. Like the whole. He's the
you
number
nailed-
one.
you
He's
hit
the
it
number
right
one
on the
person.
nail, bro.
His beat's been underwater for 12 years, dog. You took like, and that's just it. I mean, I like the production and shit too, but it sounds like For All the Dogs throwaways.
Yeah, but I'm
just-
looking
hey,
at it
listen,
from the
bro,
context of like I
You
think
better
these,
come in here
I
like
think
a
these are
fucking
throwaways,
supervillain, bro. That's all I gotta tell you. You better be evil about this.
and that's what I think he's trying to go for. And
got to.
we'll see because like honestly, I enjoy the symbolism.
I want to hear
love the
organs
thought.
on this bitch, bro. Organs.
Organs, that would be
Yeah,
hard.
Dracula type shit.
Yeah, nigga. I want you
That
to
would
be
be hard.
sinister on this bitch, bro.
So I wanna ask two questions. I wanna ask. So Taylor is coming out a month from now, I believe exactly, if I'm not mistaken. Taylor Swift. Per Drake, the industry's biggest boogeyman. Does he drop before Taylor? And my other question is, I just find it so weird that he's like, that he wants to drop an album with UMG while he's suing UMG. Like, I feel like you would want to just clear that up before dropping an album. So, like, it almost goes back to, like, the Frank Ocean rollout where, like, is he about to, like, drop a fake album or some shit to, like, get out of his deal? I don't know. My brain's just spinning. Like, there's
there's
a million complex things.
He's flexing his Drakeness on him and saying like, look, I don't need. I mean, we've talked about that before. It's like I don't need you. I can do this. I don't need the press. I don't need the publicity. I can do it on my own. I can make my own publicity. You know, obviously, like I think, however he's moving right now, he's obviously moving with caution and aware of what he's contractually obligated to do and to not do.
Yeah.
You know, so
dude, he understands every word of his contract right now.
And so I think
He
he's just kind of I feel like he's playing a card right now of like, look, I don't, you know, because we talked about that with like some sexy songs, whatever, and like that did not, it wasn't the greatest, you know what I mean? But that wasn't technically a Drake album, so this being a Drake album, he's obviously moving with extreme caution, but also getting his shit off, and I think that he's aware of what he's doing here in fully from front to back. You know what I mean? If there's one thing Drake isn't, he's not fucking dumb.
I want to agree, but then he does dumb shit like the Bobby podcast, which I'm not gonna go there. I did a separate video. I got my thoughts out on that. Check it out. It's on the channel. I don't want to repeat it. I damn sure don't want to repeat it without Birdie and Jalen here.
Yeah, but again, if he doesn't do that without it being thought out, he does that. The way he moves.
But the thought is wrong when it comes to that.
You can say the thought's wrong, but that doesn't mean it's not well thought out. It's not thought out to accomplish what he wanted to accomplish.
Fair.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. Is like
fair.
What we could want from Drake may not be what Drake wants from Drake. You know what I mean?
Very fair.
I think
Very
some
well
of
said.
these artists got to stop putting their friends in these little listening, things.
Who? What?
Like some of these artists got to stop like listening to some of their music with their friends and put like actual like random ass like critics in which,
just have like a real team around you that'll be like, hey, this ain't it.
I'm not gonna have if I'm trying to roll out music, I'm not gonna have my friends listen to my shit because I obviously know they're gonna like it. Like some of them, they're not gonna say anything like critique to like they're not gonna actually critique my shit. They're just gonna be like, yeah, this shit fire. And I'm gonna have like somebody I don't even know be like, yo, what you think of this? And they'll be like, it's straight.
Just grab a homeless person and be like, yo, what you think? No, that's I mean, yeah, Yes Men is definitely a problem. I think that Drake and I think there's no greater example of music
Kanye.
of
Kanye.
Yes Men than
that's what I was gonna
say. It's Kanye.
That's what I tell y'all every time. Kanye doesn't make music for us anymore.
Yeah.
No, he makes music for the 4 people that are in the room with him that he hasn't fired
Donald
or
Trump
kicked out
plays
or
his music, bro.
called a bitch. Yeah.
That shit is wild. But no, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Drake's what comes next. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm disappointed now. I'm disappointed if the streams end. because now you're telling a story. And I don't know what the fuck the story is. The story can't end like that.
Well, the streams
Like, it ended on genuinely a cliffhanger.
Well, the streams need to end. I'm sure the streams will end
when the album.
Yeah, when he's geared up to drop.
But what I'm saying is, like, so we have no promise of, like, hey, episode 4 in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever. Like, we have no, like, these are very much like just happening on their own rhythm. I don't even know if they've been consistently like in sync with each other. I think episode 1 and 2 were 2 weeks apart, and then I think this one was like 3 or 4 weeks from episode 2. So, you know, there doesn't seem to be like a predictable pattern with this. So, I mean, again, to me, that's more interesting than anything. So I'm appreciating Drake. I'm excited to see what he does with this. Before we get out of here, light week in music. We had a couple singles. We had some singles from Don Toliver, from Amine, from
beautiful song, bro.
What, the Don Toliver?
Yes.
Yeah. I fucked with it. Amine dropped a single. Don Toliver. Who else dropped a single? There's somebody else. Oh, Ice Spice and Lotto. That was fire.
Guy that I've kind of been following for a little while is Ben Riley. He dropped.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He dropped a single and kind of compiled a couple of singles into an EP, essentially. You know, he's still, I wouldn't call him fully underground, but pretty underground. Like, you know, he's not.
No, I've heard the name. Yeah.
But yeah, I've liked everything I've heard from him recently, and I like all the songs on the EP.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was a very light week for music. It seems like a lot of people are like, I think next week is Doja Cat. If I'm not, no, she moved to the 26th.
She dropped recently, actually.
Well, a single, but not an album.
Oh yeah, yep, my fault.
No, her album. If I'm looking it up. I believe it's like September like 27th or like something like that.
September 26th. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, so she is dropping near the end of the month. I think there's somebody else coming in September. I just don't know what week. Miguel and Tame Impala are dropping in October, but that's after Taylor.
Tame Impala's single today was fantastic too.
Yeah,
was it really?
Yeah, it was
I'm saving for the album, but I did hear a little bit of it because you threw it on. Sounded phenomenal. I have high expectations for.
Loser? Okay.
Yeah,
it's really good. Check it out.
Here, a whack dropped.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't actually know that either.
Tiptoe.
Did you drop this week, or does it have a date on it?
2025. Hold on, check.
Yeah, if you go to the album or whatever, you'll see. Like go to if you just click on it, yeah, like that.
Okay, there it goes. Dropped September 4th.
Okay. Oh yeah, so today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, technically. Yeah, shout out. I will check that.
What a mercy. Jennifer Lopez dropped.
Yeah.
I saw something about that too today. Yeah.
Well, a lot of
Justin Bieber dropped.
Oh yes, I didn't listen to that.
Yeah. Well, we have Swag.
He dropped another. Swag 2
coming.
Yeah. Well, it dropped.
The whole album.
Yeah. Right.
Do people still say swag?
Well, that was what.
Yeah. And it's a double disc.
Yeah, it's a double disc. It dropped
44
September
songs.
5th.
Nobody listens to
too
that.
many
He's got
songs,
some with Lil B.
I almost wonder if it's disc 1 is like the first
Look
album.
at his features.
Disc
he
1
has.
is 23,
He got Hurricane
disc
Chris
2
on the
21.
song. He has Hurricane Chris. He has Lil B.
I think he had no. I think he did combine that album because I think Lil B was on the original album that I listened to. I'm almost positive, but my mind is drawing a blank. But I think that'll do it for us today. But I appreciate all of you for tapping into the Rap Cave podcast. As always, I'm your host Chris Platte, aka Platte Pods. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Listen, you don't want to miss the content I got coming. I got 2 very big guests that are coming on the podcast, and I am very, very excited. Those are recorded in the tuck and ready to be released. I can't wait to drop them for you all. But in the meantime, make sure you're tuning into our weekly episodes as well as our side quests that you see from me and other people of the channel. Now, I got B Mike Zay, who held it down. My dog, appreciate you.
Zay in the trap, you know you dig. Let's go.
Appreciate you, man. Our fantasy week 1 is looking terrible
I'm
in our fucking league.
I'm so sick right now, bro.
I know.
AJ Brown and freaking
Devontae
Smith.
Yeah, that was
did
crazy.
Buns
that you got the
yesterday.
1-2.
What the fuck was that?
The 1-2. And then all knowing, all sports omnipotent God that is Big AP on the 1s and 2s.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
They call me they call me the silent Woj.
The silent Woj. The silent Woj. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the Rap Cave Podcast. Once again, thank you guys. Seriously, I appreciate each and every one of you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what you thought about any of the topics we talked about today and what video you want to see next, because I'm going to start doing side quests, getting y'all some more one-off content. It'll be me, and it'll be some hodgepodge of the crew. Sometimes it'll just be me. So, hell, I am waiting for the day that a video drops on the Rap Cave podcast that I am not on. That I'm not. We'll talk about that on mic.
Fire idea for the 100th episode.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 100th
yeah.
episode. I think that's going to track in February if my math serves me right. But we will see y'all then.
Time for Black History.
Peace out.